Now, right now, is the exact time you need to be here with us in the crypto space and not being taken for a fool by the banksters that I keep talking about that keep trying to steal your money and our money. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit, tiny little bit touching base because I've been speaking about it since here already, like a couple days ago. Spoke about Jamie Dimon, spoke about Warren Elizabeth, and what they're intending on doing with our crypto and what they're trying to do. But if you are smart and part of this community, smash the thumbs up first of all, hit the subscription button second of all, and then of course make some noise for us on the community. Welcome back to the Crypto Bliss Show. I'm Kiara DeCash. Thanks for being here with me on this wonderful Saturday. As you guys can see, been really pumping some crazy alpha for you out there. So thanks for being here and watching that. I truly appreciate every single last one of my beautiful subscribers. Now, guys, let's delve right into all the content that I need to share with you. I'm going to go through quite a lot. You can see I've got quite a lot of links. I want to show you a few charts. I want to talk to you a little bit about their kill plan and what's been happening. And actually, like, these guys are just fraudsters and you should just be ignoring them, really. It doesn't matter that this man owns an asset that is now half the value of Bitcoin. Ridiculous. Guys, anyways, the Morales money bubbles today. There is so many things in the green, and I'm going to show you my Cardano trade, especially because it's up about 27% today. So my AVAX trade has been doing well. My Atom trade has been doing well. My Pepe has been doing well. You know, I wish I could have got into more trades, but that's just not how it works. It's just a lot to manage. So, you know, Algo's pumping. Look at all the green bubbles here, guys. There's like 4 red bubbles, and the losses are very, very little today. So, very, very nice out there, guys. All right. And today you can see the total crypto market cap is sitting at $1.72 trillion. We have not been here in a long time, guys. And you know, I want to say to you guys that I'm definitely going to be looking into a couple of these projects, and I'm going to be doing a finishing off my top altcoin video for you today. So make sure you hit that notification bell so that you know when I do that video for the community, because you are not going to want to miss out on that alpha right there, then and there. All right, guys. So we'll have a look at some of these things now, but we have now got $90 billion trading in the market cap. That's not bad from yesterday's kind of pull down, but I mean, at the moment we're up 2.5%. This is the highest we have been in over a year, guys. This is amazing stuff. Look at Bitcoin is pumping. All of them are just pumping, guys. Green. There's very, very little reds out there, guys. So you can see the fear and greed index is obviously going to be pumping right now. We're sitting at 73. We've kind of been average for the past couple of weeks anyways. So I don't show you that one too much anymore because it kind of sits average when we're in a capitulation or kind of hovering phase in the market. Now, I want to go and show you a few articles because there's a lot of things I need to tell you. That Bitcoin is gearing up for a final push before initiating a descent, correlation says analyst. I've been talking about the same thing. I've been talking about 48, 50,000. Some people believe that, you know, we could see a crazier pump because there might be this crazy FOMO explosion that happens from a lot of people, especially, you know, I'm seeing a lot of people come into the market and a lot more people are asking about Bitcoin and crypto, and especially they're asking channels like this. So if you want to know more, subscribe for Alpha. I'm really doing my best, and over the course of December, guys, because December is going to be a very, very busy month pumping into 2024 and continuing, we have a lot of work from the investment stance perspective to do, trading stance perspective to do. Make sure you are hitting my links down below, my Bybit and my Bitflex links down below. You can get some really incredible bonuses down there. Make sure you're trading with me. I've literally 10x my account. In fact, I've 20x my derivatives, my trading account in the last month. Guys, it's not a joke out there. Literally, we are making massive gains, and I'll show you my trades just now. I'll continue to show you those. So Bennett tells his followers, I'm still looking at 46 to 48K as a final target on the leg. I think we get a decent correction. And right now we actually have dropped just ever so slightly. So as you can see, we could be pumping back up to there. I believe the same thing. And, you know, essentially it would be good for us to get to the top of the upward sloping channel. And if you look here, and I'll show you on my own charts as well, that the same line here is, I mean, look at Ethereum. Ethereum looks like it wants to do 2,500. It must hold above 2,100, which it is. So as I was saying, sorry guys, I had a phone call that I had to quickly take there, so I paused the video. But nonetheless, let's get back to it. So as I was saying here, it was my baby niece, by the way. She's 18 months young. Gorgeous little girl. So ETH looking like 2,500 and 2,100 must hold support. So we're way above 2,100. I reckon we're going to pull up to the 2,500, then pull down to the 2,100, and then pump back up. So, you know, there's many things that are happening out there in the market right now. If we look at, you know, all of the stuff that I've been sharing with you on my channel, showing you about these people and the banksters and what they do, you know, they literally just, they take your money. They don't give rocks. They don't care about you. And all they care about is making more money. Like, and, you know, of course, we must make money. We must make insane, crazy gains. And during this crypto cycle, if you're subscribed to my channel, you will be participating in making absolutely insane gains anyways. Now, however, you know, we're looking at Bitcoin, who's already double market cap value of JP Morgan Chase. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, which tells me, you know, banks have lost. They've lost this. They've lost. There's no other way to say it. They've lost, and that's it. So they can continue to print money, but they just weaken their own banking system. They create fraud. They do all kinds of stuff that just basically steal from people and you if you leave your money in the bank. But always remember when your money's in crypto that you must have your own keys to your crypto, and that is very, very important. So a criminal drains a 95-year-old woman's Bank of America account. Now wants $4,237 in overdraft fees. I mean, shame, man. This is freaking crazy, man. I mean, this lady's ancient, and the banks are trying to claim money from her. I mean, this is sick. $4,237 from a 95-year-old woman. Okay, like, how's that woman gonna work? How's she gonna make money? Like, you can take food off of her table. This is sick, Bank of America, and this is just one example, okay, of how not to treat your customers. Okay, in business, you treat your customers like this, they'll leave you, man. The heck. Now, the US debt is surging 240,717 in 1 month, as Robert Kiyosaki warns America is in serious trouble over heavy borrowing. So, guys, cash became trash, and so they kept printing and printing and printing. All you have to do is look at history. Every time they printed money, their empire went down. And I hate to say this because I love America, but America is in serious trouble financially because of this debt load. So the worst part about it is our national debt. We're bankrupt. And why don't we say that? We just can't keep printing more money to pay it off. And that's really the problem. We just keep printing the money to solve our problems, and we can't go on much longer. Now, look, before I show you this video, Robert Kiyosaki's actually been talking about this for a long time, and he is a huge gold bug as well, just like Mike Maloney. And I am a firm believer in gold, but guys, Bitcoin has outperformed gold. I've shown you that countless times. Bitcoin has outperformed gold like a bazillion to one. Actually, it's 130,000x to one. Let's go listen to this short interview from Fox Business about gold near 7-month high on Fed rate cut bets. So people are betting that the Fed is about to cut their rates. Let's go and see what he says.
Well, I'd like to say, Neil, that you and Oprah Winfrey promoted my book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, before it was famous. So I thank you, and I thank you for always allowing me back on to promote my unorthodox ideas like buy gold and silver and save gold and silver, not dollars.
Yeah,
so
and that book, was much bigger than gold and silver and all, but it actually was a mindset. But it really was brilliant, and it's an iconic book. I think it's been recognized as one of the greatest business books of all time, and that's cheapening it to say business books. But anyway, let me get your take now on this market. We're going to finish a very strong November. I think even a strong one for metals, for gold, and maybe to a little lesser extent silver. What do you make of it going into December and next year?
Well, I think the biggest problem, Niels, we have the three stooges. One in the presidency, one in the Treasury, and one at the Fed. And America is broke right now. And we saw that coming back in 1971. Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. And then this became trash. And so they just kept printing and printing and printing. And all you do is look at history. Every time they printed money, the empire went down. And I hate to say this because, I love America, but America is in serious trouble financially because of the debt load.
Now, we've had that debt load a while, Bob, and I know you've been worried about it. A lot of people said, yeah, I listen to Bob all the time, great writer, great thinker, but he's wrong on this. Look at our markets. Look at the fact that the world still invests in us. They buy all of this debt. You say what?
Well, I say that we're turning Japanese, and I'm Japanese, so I can say that, I don't know how Japan gets away with it. But anyway, I think it's kind of entertaining because, in 1972, I was flying this thing, a helicopter gunship in Vietnam, and I flew behind enemy lines after Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard to buy this here. And I paid $50 for it. And today it's worth $2,000.
Wow.
So ever since then, I've been a gold nut just because this is fake money. This is fake.
But it's been around. That money's been around long. A lot of people are afraid of investing in metals and all. They could be part of the equation. They don't want it to be the whole equation. I'm just curious then, in this environment where it looks like inflationary pressures are at least coming off their highs, it's not as if inflation's gone away, that some people say is one of the things that hurts gold as an investment going forward. What do you say to that?
I hate to say this, but inflation is here to stay. Incompetence is here to stay. And they're going to keep printing more money to pay for the debt. And unless we either cut back on entitlements or the military, which we won't do, I would rather have this gold than this they can print.
What do you think of real estate? What do you think of real estate?
Well, it's got to be well managed, as you know. Real estate is debt. What's the debt factor? So I bought most of my real estate is floating at 3%. I feel for the person trying to make it float at 7 or 8. It's tough. So the worst part about it is our national debt. We're bankrupt. And why don't we say that? We just can't keep printing more money to pay it off. And that's really the problem. We just keep printing money to solve our problems.
Touche, right? What an incredible man. And he's so right. The money printers, and guys, if you've been watching my channel, I actually told you like a long time ago that the money printers are turning on. If you come over here to my channel and you check it out, I have been talking about money printers for a long, long, long time. So I don't know about you, but at the end of the day, I know that we are going to print into oblivion. Well, the US economy is going to print into oblivion. So yeah, I've been talking about it for a long time. Obviously, I've done a lot of videos for you guys. So, go check it out in my channel down below. And let's go and see what I think that was the last article. But now I want to go and have a look at this Cathy Wood video, because essentially the SEC is engaging with us on Bitcoin ETF application. It shows a change in SEC's behavior. Bitcoin ETF will come for sure, and multiple ETFs will get approved at the same time. The court is going to mandate the SEC.
Like the SEC is going to be forced to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF. What, if any, communications have you had with the SEC about your application? Where are we in this whole thing?
Well, it was publicized and disclosed. I think it was last week that we had responded to the SEC's request for information around our Bitcoin filing, and we responded. And that's basically all we can say. I think many people think the fact that the SEC chose to ask questions is a change in behavior. And therefore, I do think hopes are rising that or a number of Bitcoin ETFs will be approved.
Yeah, my understanding is the court now is going to issue a mandate about how to enforce their decision here to the SEC, and their SEC is going to basically follow that mandate. Everybody is assuming at this point that they'll probably approve most of the Bitcoin ETFs by the end of the year. Is that's a reasonable assumption at this point? They lost the court case. They chose not to appeal it at this point.
Right. And I do believe maybe the reason they're saying by the end of the year, early next year, I know our final deadline on this filing is January 10th. And so, and I think we're first in line. But as you say, a number of Bitcoin ETFs could be approved at the same time.
So she says she's first in line, or ARK Investment is first in line, and that the ETFs will probably all be approved more or less in the same kind of time frames, guys. So, you know, at the end of the day, when I come over here and I look at all of the data, the analysis, the energy, and this is a shout out to Bitcoin Archive, because, you know, through the videos that I've been showing on my channel of these people who are cronies, basically helping one another. If she works for him and he works for whoever he works for, I'm not even going to go into that, because you know, people think that we speak about conspiracy on this, but this is not conspiracy. This is real truth happening right in front of your very eyes. It's the matrix construct, and if you're not playing the matrix and you're not learning to play chess with the matrix, you are not going to benefit from the matrix in the crypto space, in the crypto realm. You're not going to become successful. You're not going to become financially free. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel, knowing that this is the path forward. And even Kathy Wood, in one of her videos, she stipulated that undoubtedly crypto is going to be one of the biggest, fastest growers, if not the biggest, fastest grower into the future. Okay. So for you not to believe that, then I can't explain that to you guys. I mean, she's busy putting in an ETF application, which is undoubtedly guaranteed to be approved, which means that this is no longer a joke or a conspiracy. This is a real reality. And these are instruments that you can trade and become very, very successful and financially free. And speaking of which, the US bank Wachovia laundered $378 billion for Mexican cartels. That's 45% of the entire market cap for Bitcoin, just by the way. Criminals prefer using USD. We can't allow this to continue. Right, Senator Warren? I like that. I like that you tagged her in it, Bitcoin Archive. Good. The bank was sanctioned for failing to apply for the proper anti-laundering structures to the transfer of 378, some equivalent of 1/3 of Mexico's gross national product, or GDP, into dollar accounts from so-called casas de cambio, CDCs, in Mexico. Guys, this is sick. This is really sick what Senator Warren and this asshole are doing. Jamie Dimon gets, thankfully, you know, the community can see right through their bullshit. And Jamie Dimon gets slapped by the community notes for saying Bitcoin is only used for crime. Love to see it. Why is that? Well, because less than 1% of the trillions transacted annually in crypto are illicit. The UN estimates that annually between 2 to 5% of global GDP, which is about $800 billion to $2 trillion, is used for illicit activities and money laundering through the traditional banking system and cash, which is the dollar. Okay, so why is the dollar still sitting there? And like, fuck, get rid of the fucking dollar. Okay, breaking. Robinhood just launched Bitcoin. Well, actually don't, because I'm, you know, the more I hold assets, the more they print money, the more my wealth increases. So keep the dollar, keep the dollar. I just hope that the people, you guys, because I care for you guys, are actually subscribing to my channel so that you know what is going on and that you know that against them, you cannot compete, but you can hold assets like crypto and you can become financially free, because that's just how the system works. Now, guys, breaking. Robinhood just launched Bitcoin and crypto trading in the EU. The bull market is here. Finally, the EU now has a fully fledged platform to integrate crypto into its economies. Now, guys, fact, Bitcoin, not only did Jamie Dimon get a slap here, but, fact, Bitcoin has outperformed JP Morgan stock by almost 10x in 2023. I just said it's double in terms of market cap. I didn't tell you its performance, okay? It's just 10x performance here, okay? So, don't know what he's talking about, but at the end of the day, he's a fraudster. He's trying to steal your crypto, my crypto, our crypto, and we are not going to allow him to do that. So now, guys, I'm going to show you my trading charts. So let's start off with the SPX. You can see here, and this is the 4 hourly. You can see here that we're kind of bouncing. We've made a new kind of local high from these areas. I can't quite tell you what this pattern is, because there's major major volatility, excuse me. However, what I can say to you is that it almost looks as though there is an inverted head and shoulders busy transforming out here at the moment. And like, I think I've shown you guys that, okay? I've shown you this major cup and handle pattern, although, yeah, I mean, it's a handle, but it's not really. And then not only that, there's some sort of W pattern that kind of formed here, which is really a breakout of this zone. So, the SPX is going to get some liquidity back into it. And the target is all the way up here at about 6,000, 6,100 on the SPX, guys. So, they're going to print money and it's coming. And if I look at the Dixie and the dollar, this thing is really starting to look horrible. Okay, it's having some sort of retracement here at the moment. That's not a problem, guys. I'd be even happy if the dollar reached that level, kind of tapped out on this level, and then continued its momentum to the downside. Who knows? But yeah, essentially the dollar is on its way down, guys. So don't be fooled. Especially this candle told us 100% for sure, and this candle confirmed it because it was a breakout of that embodiment of that. So let's go and have a look at a few Bitcoin charts. And so basically, let's go and remove that again. So basically, this is my day-to-day chart that I use for you guys. You guys can see this is on the weekly. We are literally in a state of parabola, and it looks absolutely incredible. And now I have a gigantic hornet in my office, and he's trying to find them smells or maybe make a nest. I don't know, but he can't stay here. Now, guys, look at this. I would allow this this RSI to reset a little bit. The buying pressure on the MACD has somewhat slowed down a little bit. So let us just have a little bit of a reset here. I mean, we could even just retest here and kind of hover in this area before we just carry on up here to this 48K level, which I keep saying to you guys that we probably bounce to this level, maybe to the 50K level, and then have a hard, strong pullback down here, maybe even to the 37. But I would say between 38 and 40K would be my level. So let's go and have a look at our next Bitcoin chart. All right, so what I showed you on this chart a little while ago is actually that we had this level, okay, which you can see has support there, a little bit of resistance, and we sucked up volume back up there. Then we crashed through it over here, and now we tested the underbelly of it, we tested it, and we closed the candle above it, and then we broke up. Okay, so that's exactly what's happened, and I showed you guys this major head and shoulders pattern on this chart as well. If I can show you there. So cup, handle, breakout, shoulder, head, shoulder, head, shoulder, and essentially we did make those breakouts. And right now we have been pumping like crazy here. We've also made a W pattern, which we've broken out, and essentially the target is all the way up here at about the 48K level. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit more interesting, guys, because let's go and remove that. I drew this drawing for you a long time ago. So there's multiple patterns that have happened within the same area. And as you can see here, shoulder, head, shoulder, we've had the up sloping channel, we've had an ascending triangle, all kind of had the same area of breakout and resistance. Now, we tapped along this level, as you can see, the upsloping channel, and now we are pushing all the way up to our target. And I drew this for you guys so long ago where, you know, I said maybe we bounce to there and then pull back down to there and then make our strong rally up. But guys, we literally went like a hard on right to the top here, and we're going to probably end up getting up to that top before any significant pullback, which I said, as I said, would very likely be at around the 31,000 is an extreme pullback. But I would say at the very, very least, this level over here, which I will actually now draw in for us, okay, because that's where I would say the deep pullback would be. And why I would say that is because you can see that there was a nice level of resistance there. So a simple pump from there and a pullback down to here, I would say that that would be a reasonable amount, and that would bring us back down to this 37,500 level at the very, very, very most, guys. So, you know, but at that point, guys, I'm telling you, Bitcoin is going to be bought up so fast, you're not even going to know what to do with yourself. You're not even going to know how to trade it. But the one thing I do want to say, you know, we have the CME gap down here. A lot of people talk about the CME gap. Sometimes it gets filled, sometimes it doesn't. But, you know, essentially, if I see us breaking this level, okay, that's when I would like to say to you that we would probably end up seeing a pullback to that CME gap. But look at this. I mean, this is another ascending triangle, which we currently are breaking out of. And so for me, Bitcoin is still bullish, guys. And I don't know about you, but I don't see it breaking down. And it's pulling up here. The selling pressure is dying down. So for me, we're about to make our move up to the next level, especially considering that the VRVP held here and on support at those levels. So very, very nice. Oops. Very, very nice there. And essentially what you can see here is if we do break this and come full, we could probably see 39K Bitcoin, 39 to 40K Bitcoin. And then there would, guys, there would be such a strong buyback there. I mean, you wouldn't even know what to do with yourself. Okay. Now let's go and look at this very, very beautiful and interesting indicator. And I'm going to show you a few indicators here, but every single time we had the disentanglement and the crossover, look at how we managed to kind of break up, retest, pull up a little bit, retest, and then continue. And then right here, we had the sideways action, but we never actually touched the ribbon. And then we had this crazy couple months up, and then we had a crazy pullback, still didn't even touch the ribbon, but it had to come down towards a reasonable area of retest. And look at how that area was so significant across this entire level, just by the way. So for me, that would be the strongest level of support. If Bitcoin had to retrace at any point, at the worst, I think it could do that. But what I'm just trying to show you with this indicator and the specific indicators, the EMA ribbon, is that the fan is starting to open up. So for me, we could kind of push here. We could even push to the top end over here before actually seeing some sort of kind of sideways action, and the ribbon then starting to really open up here and pull us up like this for a major, major bull rally. And then, you know, I would say that we would probably sit sideways. Maybe we have a 20, 30% retracement at this area. I don't know, but it would be healthy for us to do that and not just go up in a straight line. Because as you can see, there are moments where it pumps, pauses, kind of pumps, pauses, and then we've had a little bit of a session down. So, you know, so besides those indicators, you can see that this is really very, 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 very much looking great. Now, I want to go and show you the one other Gaussian channel indicator, because the Gaussian channel is going to show us some incredible, where's my Gaussian? There you go. Look at this, guys. The Gaussian channel, the same thing. I mean, the moment we broke out, okay, the moment we broke out, we literally just carried on to the moon. Okay, so here we're breaking out. I mean, are we about to carry on to the moon, guys? I think we're going to see a very, 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 very strong rally in Bitcoin and crypto. And this is why I need you guys to understand that we are really, really doing very well in the crypto space. And I'd like to go and show you also the whole suite here. Okay, so the whole suite. Look what happens when the ribbon flips green. Okay, it often stays green for quite some time. Okay, and look what's busy happening. We had a little moment of red there, and now we flipped green again, and we're going to start, well, we're going to carry on pulling up on this beautiful ribbon. And as you can see here, it really just does the same thing as the EMA ribbon, and kind of just sits very, very tight there. And one last price action. I want to show you the price action support and resistance levels, because you can see there now a lot of stuff was bought over there, down there, and right now we've broken through this level over here. So, you know, this is a huge, huge area. And guys, I would say that that would become the support area, like I keep saying. So between 42 and 40K there, which would be incredible to see. And, you know, obviously there's a lot to share with you, a lot more stuff to share with you. So the supply and demand, you guys can see that here was all the demand, okay, and supply happening here. Look at all of this. Now we haven't even had any of that take place over here, because we've had the craziest pump in Bitcoin. And guys, ever since the bottom, okay, we have officially done 187%, okay, which is really phenomenal. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, checking my content out, because as you can see, I bring incredible value to you guys. And if we look at a couple more indicators, the true strength index, we're just gaining momentum in the strength here. And then lastly, we have triangles and wedge finders. So I want to see if the triangles and wedge finder actually gives us any sort of pattern. Let's see if it does do anything, but it clearly isn't. It clearly does not want to work right now, which is okay. And essentially, yeah, you guys can just see that Bitcoin's going up. So let's go and have a look at my trades. But before I do that, make sure you have already hit my pinned Bybit and Bitflex links down in the comments below and in the description of this video, just for you guys. Get yourself an incredible bonus, and let's go make some money together, guys, because my account has 10x over the past few days. Pepe is now pumping. It's been pumping. It's breaking this high here, okay, and there seems like there's some resistance, but it continues its pump and it continues its break to the upside. My say trade is down very, very badly. I've got to go and just add some more to that position in a little moment, which I'll do in a little moment. But my Pepe trade is 235% up. My Cardano trade is 788% up. My APLHA trade is 385%. My Bitcoin Cash is 63%. My Bitcoin is 576%. My Dodge is 272%. My Ethereum is 231%. My Say is down 43%. My Solana is up 134%, and my Veracity is up 172%, guys. And all in all, I have, as I said to you, 10x my account. And I just want to go and show you my Say trade, because this is actually a good example of, you know, where we can add to our positions, and what to look out for. So you can see here, this is my liquid. This would be my stop loss level here, okay. I don't see this rolling over. I think it's probably going to hover here for a little bit. It hasn't broken this low yet, and there seems to be consecutive higher lows here. So I'm still comfortable on Say at the moment, okay, even though there is some sort of rejection here at this level. As I say, I think there's good, strong upward strength here, and we only just got started on this pump. So we've only really had 1, 2 pumps here. Normally, it's like 5 to 7 pumps before we see anything. And if we look at, say, the reason that it's doing that is because we're currently on this kind of psychological price level of when it was launched. So once we go through there, that is going to become price discovery. And that's why I think a lot of people are just a little bit bung for Say at the moment. But guys, even if it pulls down, even if I get stopped out, I'll still just buy back some more here, and I will make some massive, beautiful gains here for us and the community. So make sure to stay tuned for that trade. And yeah, guys, I guess enjoy the rest of the trades here and hope you are having lots and lots of fun and good energy. Much love, beautiful, benevolent blessings, and I will see you later on the next one. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. We'll see you later.